welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Adrienne, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you what you need to pack for res. So this is not going to be the obvious pack your toothpaste, your toothbrush, that kind of stuff. It's going to be the things that you might not remember to take or things that you don't really think to take. So most of these things, like you won't die if you don't have it, you won't fail varsity if you don't have it. These are just a couple of suggestions that I have. One or two is things that you actually need. Those are required, which I will tell you about, but for the most part this is just little extra things that I forgot or that I found that I needed along the way. So just to save you time and money and effort, you can know those things ahead of time. So without any more introduction, let's get into the video. So the first thing that I would suggest that you take with you to res is a mattress protector. So I don't have like a visual example of this, but like you can Google if you're not too sure what I'm saying. You can just have your normal sheet over the mattress if you like, but I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of girls slept on that bed before me and what they were doing on that bed before I got there. So I used a mattress protector first, and then obviously everything else on top of that. Like I said, you won't die if you don't have one, but just in case. The second thing that I want to mention that you need for res is one of these locks. It doesn't have to be exactly like this, but like a lock. This is to lock your room door. So I'm not sure about other varsities, but I'm sure it works the same. But definitely UCT, you need one of these. And pro tip, give your spare key to a friend in case you lose yours. So you would need one of this, as well as like maybe at least two ID photos that you'll need for when you actually move into res. I don't have examples of that either because I gave mine to my daddy, so it's in his wallet. So yeah, you would need a lock as well as some ID photos when you move into res. The next thing that I would suggest that you have with you on res is extra plugs, specifically these ones, because like you have the plug directly in the wall, but these kind of plugs, what do you call this, 2-point plug, I don't know, I'm not an electrician. As well as like extension cords as well, maybe just one is fine because you're gonna have laptops and whatever else. So definitely some extra plugs and some extra extension cords. Not extension cords, just one should be fine. So the next thing that I suggest that you take with you to res is a lamp. You can see this one, I don't know if it looks like this on the video, but just teeny tiny lamp, because they don't give you this, but again you don't need one because you do have a room light. But just in case you're laying in bed reading or whatever, you can obviously just use a lamp instead of getting up. I also used the lamp specifically because when I started to get tired, that little weak light in the room wasn't helping the situation. So I would have both lights on just to keep me awake. So most people that I know actually had a lamp, but it's not a requirement like I said before. So the next thing you want to take with you to res is a pair of shower shoes. So you don't wear this outside like on campus. This is literally just in the shower and that's it. So that's obviously for hygiene purposes, but also because I know in my first year specifically, the shower would block all the time with girls' hair or whatever. So as you would be in the shower, it would end up being like a bath where your feet is. So if you have this extra layer, it gives you time to, you get what I'm saying, gives you time to shower before you like legit standing in your own like dirty shower water. So definitely you want to take a pair of shower shoes with you. This I would say is also a need, along with the locks and the ID photo. Then the next thing you want to take with you is one of these. It doesn't have to be like this, but my point is a washing basket. So I literally forgot about this almost every single time that I went to res, because you don't have to have this. Again, like I said, it's not a need. If you want to carry your dirty laundry in your hand to the laundry room, you can do that, or put it in a black bag, you can do that. But this is more for like when you have dirty clothes, you need to obviously throw it somewhere, or if you don't want to spend extra money on a washing basket, you can just use one of the shelves in your cupboard as like, this is my dirty clothes and underwear, until you actually go do washing. But I mean, this is not really that expensive, just a cheap plastic one, a smaller one even just a bucket. Like if you just want a normal bucket to just throw your dirty clothes in, then that will work as well. Then the next thing you need is an iron. I know some races have an iron, but then like this thing breaks all the time, or people steal it and they like keep it in their room and stuff. So it's probably best to just have your own iron. And then they do provide like a little ironing board thing that's attached to the wall, like in the razors, so you don't have to worry about the actual ironing board. But just an iron, it can again be a smaller version of this, doesn't have to be this big. This is just obviously our home one. So definitely take an iron, or just take clothes that doesn't require ironing. Or yeah, that's the other option that you can do to be smart and save money. So the next appliance that I would suggest you take with you to res is a kettle. Again, it doesn't have to be this big. This is just the one that is in our house. So you don't need this again because there is urns at the reses. But if you're living on the 3rd floor, for example, like at Baxter, the urn is on the 1st floor, which means you'd have to walk 2 floors down, get boiling water and do your coffee thing, and walk up 3 flights of stairs with boiling water, which is not really smart. So just to save time, get you a kettle. You can't actually boil the kettle in your room, but no one listens to that anyways. But that's only because it trips the plug sometimes. But that's why if you have the mini one, it doesn't. So I was boiling my kettle in my room all the time, but it was a mini version like this. I don't know where it is, but a kettle is something that you might want to get, but also not really if you're not worried. But that otherwise, if you get a friend group, like with my friends, I had one, so we all kind of just used mine instead of just walking up and down to get urns as well. The next thing that you should take with you to res is one of these. I'm saying specifically one of these because this one has like a fan option as well as a heater option, although the fan option is not really that cold. But this is more for a heater option because especially if you're at UCT, like you're living on the freaking mountain. And if we remember anything from geography, it's that one sentence that says the higher you go, the colder it gets. And UCT is literally the higher you go because you are on the mountain, so it's always cold. So definitely take a heater. This one like rotates. I know like one of my friends, they just had like a normal one that doesn't rotate, but definitely you want to invest in the heater. This you can just bring in 2nd semester, like it's not necessary for 1st semester specifically, but this I would actually say is a need. Like I'm not like, unless you want to spend money buying like 50-60 blankets, which is anyway going to be equivalent to a fan heater thing. So this is definitely a need that you have to pack with you for res. And then the next 2 things you want to pack with you to res is a umbrella and a rain jacket. Because UCT, like it just will start raining, like just for no reason. Like it'll be 30 degrees and it will start raining just for fun. So make sure you always have actually the rain jacket like in your bag. Always. I don't care if it's 50 degrees Celsius. Always have your rain jacket in your bag. And then you could also have an umbrella. I personally didn't have an umbrella because UCT rain is funny. It doesn't fall down. It comes like from the side. So you're going to have to, unless you want to walk with your umbrella like to the side, then sure, take an umbrella with you. But I didn't do the umbrella thing. I did this thing, and this was literally just my school's rain jacket, not my high school because we weren't allowed to wear rain jackets. You just had to like rain wet. So this is actually my primary school rain jacket, and if you can see, I'm sure you can't, but it literally says Ackermans, I belong to, my name disappeared, and then it says 11 years. Do you want me to prove it? It still fits, as you can tell. So yeah, you wanna definitely take a rain jacket with you. It's 5,000 degrees outside, but let me just keep this on for the rest of the video just because why not? And then if your hair did get wet while it was raining, you are definitely gonna want to take with a blow dryer and a straightener. They don't give you this, like they don't give you this at all. Like I said, with the iron I think there is one, but like I said, people steal it or it breaks or whatever. But they definitely don't provide any hair essentials. So if you need a blow dryer, definitely take a blow dryer, straightener, whatever other hair related appliances you need for you. So this again is a need, unless you just want to spend your entire UCT career like doing a natural look, then that's fine. And that brings me to the last thing that I would suggest you take with you to campus, which is this thing. Okay, that's heavy. I don't have arms to take whatsoever. So this is a printer, HP desktop 1510. I just had a Zuma moment.
769, 800 and 700. Listen properly.
1510. It says print, scan, and copy. So I'm gonna put this down because I'm dying. The lamp just fell. So yeah, I would suggest taking a printer. This is really an unnecessary thing to have, and people are like, you're just wasting money, like you bougie, whatever. No, again, everything at varsity is about working smarter, not harder. So there was a couple of times, 98% of the time, I would only finish writing an essay like the morning of or the night before or whatever the case may be. So you can go to Upper Campus to print. The thing with that is, first of all, you have to have money on your card in order to print. So if you don't have money on your card, that's obviously time wasting again, because you have to physically go to the place, give them money, put the money on your card, then go to a different place, then actually print the thing. So it's just too much effort. So if you don't want to say you do have money on your card, then you actually can print at the machine as well. But again, there's usually like massive lines, because obviously you're not the only person in varsity that's trying to submit an assignment. So you have no control over how long that line is going to be. Sometimes the printers are in for maintenance, and then there's like one printer working and you're standing in like this 50 people long line. So that is also why I actually brought my own printer, because if I'm only done with an assignment, say like 20 minutes before I need to submit it, then obviously like my online submission is online, so it's done. But then you need a printed version as well. So I would just print it in my room, and then I could just know, okay, it's gonna take me 5 minutes to get to Upper, 5 minutes to walk to the like submission box, and then that's it. Because I wasn't anxiety things. I didn't need the extra stress of wondering how long is the line gonna be and getting minus marks because I submitted something late, which wasn't even late. Technically, the online was on time, but the hard copy was late. Like, these people are very strict about these things. So that's why I decided to print it in my room. This one, like I said, it says print, scan and copy. You don't need a scanner or a copier. Literally just the cheapest, smallest thing that will just print your work. That's all you need. And this was also helpful for my friends as well. Again, maybe you guys can all invest, like squad goals kind of thing, like I said with the kettle. And then you can buy like a group printer. So whoever needs to print something, specifically your friends that live with you, like in Res, and then you guys can all just print from there. Then it's not anybody having to rush and wait in lines or anything like that. I had some real OG friends that when my printer maybe wasn't working, or I didn't have ink for some reason, or load shedding, because that's also a thing, then they would maybe like print, or they would be at Upper, then I would email it to them and then they would print it for me. Then I would just leave my room, go pick it up from them and then submit it, or they would even just submit it for me. So it's important about getting real friends that will do those kind of things for you. But then you can just return the favor as well by just having a printer in you. Actually, there is one last thing that I need to mention before I do the outro of this video, is a mini fridge. Of course, I was not going to be lifting up a whole mini fridge. Oh no. And I gave mine away. I sold it because what must I do with a mini fridge? So my first year, I actually had like a mini fridge. It was literally like maybe this big, and then after that I have the normal standard mini fridge when I had a bigger room. It wasn't really necessary. It's just like if you wanna maybe have your own breakfast in your room in the morning, so the fridge is there to like for your milk or for your yogurts or some ice water or whatever the case may be. But a fridge is really like not necessary requirement, but if you want to, you can do that. Like I said, don't have to take the whole long one. Like if you go to my UCT Res room tour video and you look at the thumbnail, you'll see that that is supposedly a mini fridge, but the one I had in first year was like half of that. It was literally like one, like not even one, like two kind of racks, and that was it. So you can get one of that. Again, if it's too expensive, make some friends, and then you guys can put money together and then just have like a fridge that all of you guys can use. I know my friends sometimes used my fridge because they didn't have one, and so it was fine because the only thing that was in there was like a milk, really, and a yogurt occasionally. So if you paid attention to anything I said in this video, the most important tip is to just make friends. If you're trying to get all the things that I mentioned from a financial point of view, if you want to make it lighter on yourself, then I would suggest just doing it together with a friend. Like I said, maybe everyone puts together money for a printer and you keep that in your room. Everyone else puts money together for a fridge and they keep it in someone else's room. That'll just help you as well. And then obviously you can just sort out your finances at the end of the year, like are we gonna sell this fridge and split the money or whatever the case may be. So yeah guys, I hope everything that I said was useful. I hope that you saw different kind of things that you maybe didn't think about. I don't think I left anything out. If I did, I'll put it in the comment section below or in the video description, or you can just DM me if you feel I forgot something else. But yeah, so good luck with Res. I don't know how many people are actually going back to this because COVID things, but I know like for UCT specifically, it's like the people that do medicine and like the people that work in the labs and stuff. But there is people that is actually having to go to this. So if that's you, I hope you have fun. I hope you make lots of friends. I hope you meet your dream man, dream girl, because that's what I wanted. Like I thought varsity was gonna be like, you know, drumline or stop the yard. It's not. Let me just tell you that. Don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up. That doesn't exist. But you can meet amazing friends and make amazing memories. So good luck with your academic year. And don't forget to watch the rest of my UCT advice series for other things that you might need or find useful during this time. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and I'll see you in the next video.